What if some ancient artifacts prove that history isn't what we think it is? Across the world, archaeologists have discovered objects that simply shouldn't exist. A machine that looks like an ancient computer, a book written in a language nobody can read, and even devices that might have generated electricity thousands of years ago. These artifacts challenge everything we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. And while scientists have studied them for decades, many of their secrets remain unsolved. Here are 10 historical artifacts that science still can't fully explain. In 1901, divers exploring a Roman shipwreck near a Greek island made an incredible discovery. Hidden inside the wreckage was a corroded bronze device filled with tiny gears. At first, archaeologists thought it was just another broken artifact, but when researchers examined it closely, they realized something astonishing. The object was an incredibly complex mechanical system designed to track astronomical movements. Today, it's known as the Antitherra Mechanism, and many scientists consider it the world's first analog computer. The device could predict solar eclipses, lunar cycles, and even planetary positions. But here's the mystery. The mechanism dates back more than 2,000 years, a time when technology this advanced was believed to be impossible. Even more puzzling, nothing remotely similar appears again in history for over 1,000 years. So the question remains, who created it? And how did they know so much about astronomy? The Voinich Manuscript. Imagine discovering a book that nobody on Earth can read. That's exactly what happened with the Voinich Manuscript. This strange book was discovered in 1912 and quickly became one of the most mysterious documents ever found. Its pages are filled with bizarre illustrations of unknown plants, strange diagrams, and what appears to be a completely unique language. Linguists, cryptographers, and codebreakers have studied it for more than a century. Even experts who helped break codes during World War II couldn't decipher it. The text follows complex patterns, suggesting it's not random nonsense, but no known language matches its structure. Some believe it's a secret scientific document. Others think it's an elaborate medieval hoax. But despite countless attempts, the manuscript has never been successfully decoded, and its true meaning remains one of history's greatest puzzles. The Baghdad Battery. In 1936, archaeologists uncovered a curious clay jar near Baghdad. Inside the jar was a copper cylinder and an iron rod. At first glance, it didn't seem particularly special, but when scientists recreated the object and filled it with an acidic liquid, something surprising happened. It produced a small electric charge. If this interpretation is correct, the artifact, now known as the Baghdad Battery, could be over 2,000 years old. That would mean ancient civilizations may have experimented with electricity long before modern science discovered it. Some researchers think it might have been used for electroplating metals. Others argue it had a completely different purpose, but no one knows for sure, which raises an intriguing question. Did ancient people understand electricity thousands of years earlier than we thought? The Pirirace Mystery. In 1513, an Ottoman admiral named Pirirace created a map that continues to confuse historians. At first glance, it looks like a typical early world map, but when researchers studied it carefully, they noticed something remarkable. The map appears to show parts of Antarctica accurately drawn beneath the ice. The problem? Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1818. Even stranger. The coastline depicted on the map resembles what Antarctica might look like without its ice sheet. Some researchers believe Pirirace copied much older source maps. But if that's true, where did those original maps come from? And how could ancient civilizations have mapped a frozen continent that modern explorers wouldn't reach for centuries? The mystery of the Pirirace map still sparks debate today. The London Hammer Mystery. In the 1930s, a couple walking in Texas found something strange embedded in a rock. Inside the stone was a perfectly shaped hammer. At first, it seemed like an ordinary tool. But when scientists examined the rock surrounding it, they discovered something shocking. The stone appeared to be over 100 million years old. If that dating is correct, it would mean the hammer existed during the time of dinosaurs. Most researchers believe the rock likely formed around the hammer later. But critics argue that the metal composition of the hammer is unusually pure. So is it simply a misunderstood geological process, or something far stranger? No one has been able to fully settle the debate. The Sakara Bird. In 1898, archaeologists exploring an Egyptian tomb discovered a small wooden object shaped like a bird. At first, it seemed like a simple toy or decoration. But when modern engineers studied the artifact, they noticed something unusual. Its wings resemble the design of a glider aircraft. The object, now called the Sakara Bird, has aerodynamic properties that some researchers claim could allow it to glide through the air. Was it just a symbolic sculpture? Or did ancient Egyptians experiment with early flight concepts? Most scholars believe it was simply a ceremonial object, but others wonder if it hints at knowledge we may have overlooked. The crystal skulls. Few artifacts are as mysterious or controversial as the crystal skulls. These life-size skulls are carved from clear quartz crystal with incredible precision. Some are so detailed that even modern tools would struggle to recreate them. According to legend, the skulls were created by ancient civilizations thousands of years ago. Some people even believe they possess mystical properties. However, scientific testing has produced mixed results. Some skulls appear to have been made in the 19th century using modern equipment. Others remain harder to explain. Whether they're ancient artifacts or elaborate creations, their origin continues to spark debate. The mystery of the Dropper Stones. High in the mountains near the China-Tibet border, archaeologists reportedly discovered hundreds of strange stone discs. Each disc contained a spiral groove etched into its surface. Some researchers claimed the grooves contained microscopic symbols resembling writing. According to controversial reports, the symbols described an ancient crash landing involving mysterious visitors. Many historians question whether the story is real or exaggerated, but the existence of the strange discs themselves has never been fully explained. Were they ceremonial objects, ancient records, or simply misunderstood artifacts? The truth remains uncertain. The Roman dodecahedron. Across Europe, archaeologists have discovered dozens of strange metal objects from the Roman Empire. Each one has 12 pentagonal faces with circular holes. They're known as Roman dodecahedrons. The objects appear carefully crafted, yet no Roman writings mention them. That's extremely unusual. Theories about their purpose range from candle holders to measuring tools. Some researchers even believe they were used for religious rituals, but despite years of research, no one has been able to prove what these mysterious objects were actually used for. The Nazca Line's tools. In the deserts of Peru, enormous geoglyphs stretch across the landscape. They're known as the Nazca lines. These massive designs, some over 1,000 feet long, depict animals, shapes, and geometric patterns. They can only be fully seen from the air. What makes them mysterious is how ancient people created such massive designs without modern technology. Archaeologists have discovered simple tools near the site, but some researchers question whether those tools alone could explain the incredible precision. Even today, scientists are still studying how these massive designs were planned and executed. Artifacts like these remind us that history is full of mysteries. Every discovery reveals how much we still have to learn about the past. Some of these objects may eventually be explained through new research. Others might remain unsolved for generations. But one thing is certain: hidden beneath ancient ruins, buried in deserts, and scattered across the world, there may be countless discoveries still waiting to be uncovered. And when they are found, they might completely change our understanding of human history.